What's going on, guys? It's Steve. So Paul George just committed to staying with the Indiana Pacers until his contract expires in 2018. So pretty much what he's saying is he's not going to force the trade like Carmelo Anthony did. But regardless of what he's not going to do, he's still going to get traded by the trade deadline. The Pacers are going to utilize him all the way up until the trade deadline. Then they're going to see what they can get for him. And then once they see what they can get for him, he's out of there. He's leaving. Okay? He's bye, ignoring your calls now. Whatever. You know, that's what's going to happen. Pacers aren't going to allow you. I don't know if he has a no trade clause. I don't think he does. But the Pacers are not going to allow him to stay until he's a free agent and get nothing in return for something that they've been paying millions upon millions of dollars for. You know, the Indiana Pacers, they're not stupid. These NBA franchises aren't retarded. They know what they're doing, okay? So I'm sorry, but it's just it's not gonna happen. That's something that is simply not going to happen. Now, I will sit here and I'll tell you guys this: if he goes to the Lakers, is it gonna make a difference? No. Lakers aren't gonna look until Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant slow down. Until LeBron slows down, it's going to be the Cavs, and especially if they get Melo, it's going to be the Cavs versus the Warriors for the next 3 years. Easily. Maybe even more than that. But that's exactly what it's going to be. Okay? So I don't want to hear any of this bull crap. Oh, he's going to the Lakers. They're going to be stacked. They got this. They got that. None of that is going to happen. You want to know what's going to happen? They're going to get Paul George. They'll be a solid playoff team. Okay? Nothing more, nothing less. It'll be just like the Indiana Pacers now. They'll have a few good years, and then, you know, his role players are going to decline. He's going to go 0 for 20 this time. He's going to, you know, from the three or tie, game-winning tying shots within the final seconds. That's exactly what's going to happen with Paul George. You know, that's exactly what's going to happen to Paul George and the Lakers. Nothing's going to happen with them. Now, you know, I mean, come on, man. He whatever, dude. The dude is so overrated. I can't take it. I can't take it. Anyway. Kawhi is a freaking beast, though. But there's multiple topics. Look, Draymond Green disrespected LeBron James with a T-shirt that said "Quickies." That was hilarious. This is what basketball is all about: talking trash, stunting on people. Stunt 101. You guys are probably a little too young for Stunt 101, but y'all get the point. If anyone can tell me where Stunt 101 is from without Googling it, even though you're probably going to Google it, I'll give you a shout out or whatever. But, you know, whatever. This is what the NBA is about. Trash talking. It's supposed to be fun like this. This is what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be soft and no touching, no physical. Come on, allow them to have fun. You know, and that is the best way to have fun. Allow, like, trash talking. This is fun banter. The Quickies. Just like how LeBron had 3-1 on their championship celebration. Now Draymond Green has Quickies. And by the way, last night, I was putting off watching this, the barbershop with Draymond Green and LeBron James. Ooh, that was good. They need to make that a TV show, man. They had Charles Oakley come in there. They had LeBron's best friend come in there. They had a lot of rappers in there and actors. It was great, man. Great. They need to make that a series. Like, you know, they could bring in Melo and KP for one, unless Melo gets traded, obviously. They can bring Chris Paul, Dwyane, the Banana Boat crew. You know, they can bring Chris Bosh and the Big Three from Miami. They can bring Shaq and Kobe. They can bring MJ and Pippen. This needs to be a series, like a TV series. This is one of the best ideas I've ever seen. Just sitting in a barbershop, just talking about what's going on, not even just in the NBA, but what happened to them in their journey to the NBA and their journey in the NBA and through the NBA. It's gonna be, that would be a legendary, absolutely legendary freaking TV series. That was epic, man. It was great. It felt like a 2-minute series, but it was like a 40-minute video. It was crazy. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. So here's the thing: people are saying LeBron James is going to the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, my answer to that is no. Why would he go? Look, LeBron said this clear. All I want to do is, well, he said, I'm chasing Jordan's legacy. But he also said, I don't got time to waste. He doesn't have time to go to another team for that team to build around him. What he has time for is for Melo to come to him. That's all he has time for. Because everything else is just simply not... He's not going to the Clippers. Okay? And first of all, if he's chasing Michael Jordan's ghost, just like he says he is, Why in the hell would he go to the Western Conference where he has a higher chance of not even making the finals, because now he has to play against the Warriors earlier in the playoffs? It wouldn't make sense. You know, yeah, he might have more finals losses if he makes it farther and then he plays them. But if you think about it, if he makes it there but loses, people will say, but look how many times he's made it. He's already made it 8 times. Can you imagine if he makes it 9, 10, 11, 12 times? I mean, come on. You know, it'll be ridiculous. So people really have to start really thinking about it, because he's not going to the Clippers. Why? Why would he go to the Clippers? First of all, their role players are old as hell. I know the Cavs, RJ, Channing Frye, whatever, but he has a young core in Kyrie and Kevin Love. And he has an asset in Kevin Love where he can trade Kevin Love and get Melo. What other logical... And by the way, Paul George just destroyed those quote-unquote rumors of, I'm going to what's the name of that team? I'm going to the Cavs. No, Paul George ain't going to the Cleveland Cavaliers. It ain't gonna happen. Okay, it's just you gotta be a little logical. It's not gonna happen. Okay, it's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. Now, would it be cool? Maybe, maybe not. The one thing you guys have to understand about an NBA superstar is an NBA superstar is not afraid of the moment. And what I mean by that is LeBron is not afraid of the moment. You notice, after 2011, he showed up every single time. He literally just averaged a 30-point per game triple-double. If you look throughout Dwyane Wade's career, he always shows up in big moments, even when he's out of his prime. Okay? If you look at, it doesn't matter who it is, okay? Superstars, Kobe, in the playoffs, I don't care if they made it far or not. You want to look at Melo, I know people are going to say, Steve, Melo didn't even make it that far, but look at what he accomplished. The dude always shows up. He's statistically the clutchest player since 2003. Look it up, you know? So this whole concept of, look, Paul George is a great player, but mentally, he's not that player. Basketball is more of a mental game than it is physical. Basketball is more of a mental game than it is a physical game, which is why when LeBron first came into the league, yeah, he was dominant. He had some huge performances in 2007 against the Detroit Pistons, the final 25 points, the last 28 out of 29 or whatever the hell it was, okay? The game winner against Orlando, averaging 35 points per game against them, 2 MVPs. But then when he got to that big moment, he got swept in the finals, but when he got to that big moment where he could actually accomplish it, because in 2007, I don't even think he really believed he can do it, beat the Spurs. But in 2011, everyone thought, every single person thought Miami's gonna win this title, because it was pretty much Dirk. Jason Kidd was old. Jason Terry's old. You know, so everyone was like, okay, look, it's just Dirk against 3 NBA superstars. So everyone showed up except for LeBron. The reason is because mentally he wasn't there, and he even came out and said, I let people get in my head and all this other crap. I wasn't playing the way I should be playing. It's more of a mental sport than it is physical. Because mentally, if you're a tiny bit nervous, you're going to throw off your game. If you're shaking, your game's going to be thrown off. It's that simple. You know, it's literally that simple. So mentally, I don't see Paul George there. I don't. I've seen hints of Paul George being there. For example, against Toronto in 2016 NBA playoffs, against the Miami Heat in the 12 NBA playoffs, or 2013 NBA playoffs, whichever one it was, in the conference finals, when LeBron went to the half-court line and gave him a handshake because he was playing so damn good. Okay? But I don't see it all the time, but when I'm watching Melo in crunch time, I see it all the time. He doesn't stand by there, oh, yeah, go ahead. He goes to the ball. Dwyane Wade goes to the ball. Give me that rock. Okay? So, and it's actually a cool stat that I was reading the other day. It was saying that within the final 4, I believe it's who has the most points in a close game. I don't remember how close the games were supposed to be, but it was some weird stat of who has the most points in a close game with 3 minutes left. I believe it was like 2 to 3 minutes left. And guess who was number one on that list? It was none other than Carmelo Anthony. Literally, it was Carmelo Anthony. Okay? So, this whole notion of he wouldn't be a fit. That's not even the point of the video. The point of the video is basketball is more of a mental game than it is physical. You need to be mentally capable. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not mentally there, you're not going to succeed. And this is why we have superstars that last a long time, and this is why we have superstars that don't last a long time. Prime example, Derrick Rose, yeah, injuries hurt him, but he still had the skill and the talent. He was still a step ahead. Instead of being 10 steps ahead like he was before injuries, he was probably like a step ahead of everyone else, athletically. Okay? But mentally, he's just not there. He was saying, you know, basketball at the end of the day, you know, I want to just get the money and support my family, which is understandable, but you have to have a passion for winning. So this is why Derrick Rose didn't last long. Anyway, that's the whole purpose of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been your man, Steve. I'm out of here. Peace.